Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will show you how to actually capture arbitrage profit on the KuCoin exchange by hedging the futures and spot market. So, with that being said, let's get right into the weeds. Now, the first thing you will obviously need to do is log into your KuCoin account. If you do not have a KuCoin account, I will drop a link in the description down below. And if you use my link to join KuCoin, you will receive anywhere from 10% to 20% off of your trading fees. So once you've logged into your KuCoin account, you will actually need funds available in your trading account and your futures account. And if you don't currently have funds in your futures account, you can actually just come over to your trading account, click on transfer, then select the direction of where you want your funds to go. In this case, it'd be trading account to, and if you click on the drop down here, you would select futures account. You want USDT to be sent to your futures account, and then you would just input the amount you want to send, and then click confirm. And at that point, you should have some funds available in your futures trading account. Now, in order to continue and set up the arbitrage, you will need to come down here to your futures account and click on trade. And that will pull up the futures dashboard for KuCoin. Now, along the top tabs, you will find arbitrage portfolios if you give that a click. And that will bring you over here to the funding arbitrage page for KuCoin. Now, if you're not familiar with funding arbitrage, the funding rate, when it's positive, the longs pay the shorts. And when the funding rate is negative, the shorts pay the longs. But with that being said, in most cases, the funding rate is typically positive. So the longs, more often than not, are paying the shorts to have an open futures position. So when your spot long position and your short futures position share the same value, you can earn arbitrage from the funding fees. And that's what we're going to actually be setting up today. And the setup is extremely basic. The first step is to select the asset you actually want to trade, and then you go long or buy that asset on the spot market, and then over on the futures market, you sell that same asset short with 1x leverage. And the key here is to ensure that the value of the spot and futures positions are essentially the same. Once you've executed these two trades, you then begin to earn arbitrage from the funding settlements. And the funding rate is actually paid 3 times a day over here on KuCoin, with the next funding fee being paid in about 3 hours. So the first thing I need to do is select what asset I actually want to trade. Now, KuCoin makes it pretty easy for you, and they actually list out all the different assets and their current funding rates. And based on that funding rate, they show you the projected next funding rate you would actually earn, and then the APY. Now that APY is calculated in accordance with the average funding rate of the last 3 days. So keep in mind, this funding rate, while it looks good at 66% on an annual basis, that would be a pretty good return on your funds. The funding rate fluctuates, so there's no guarantee this funding rate of 0.0529% over on the KDINA or KDA token is going to actually stay this high for an entire year in order for you to earn this APY. And so you can scroll down and look for assets you're willing to actually execute this arbitrage on. You might choose Sol. You can see it has almost a 10% APY and a 0.01 funding rate. That is actually a fairly normal funding rate. Now, if we keep scrolling down, you can see VET actually has a negative funding rate. So in this case, the shorts are actually paying the longs the funding rate. So VET may not be a candidate for this particular arbitrage. Now, as I continue to scroll down, you can see ADA is at that 0.01, Bitcoin's at that 0.01. And so again, it just comes down to what you're looking to accomplish with this particular strategy. Now for me, I'm looking to capture the highest funding rate I can, but I also prefer to avoid absolute crap coins. And so for me, KDA or KDINA would be a valid target for this strategy. And so the first thing I need to do is buy some KDA, so I just give that a click. And that will bring me over to the spot market for KuCoin and the KDA USDT pair. And for this particular trade, I want to place a limit order because I want to try to get the prices pretty much the same. And so I can look at the order book and I see the ask is at 181.59 and the bid is at 181.51, and actually the ask just stepped up. I am actually going to put in my bid at 181.49. And I'm going to buy 135 Cadena. And I click buy. And now you can see I have a buy order open for KDA over on the spot market. And now I need to jump back and click on the sell button for the KDA perpetual USDT so I can short the KDA over on the futures market. And now I need to place a limit order over here on the futures, and I want to go short. And you can see the price is actually different over on the futures than it is actually on the spot market. There's usually a small difference. The price is typically a little higher over here on the futures depending on the current market conditions. So I'm just going to click on the actual ask price. And then I am going to try to undercut the ask price but be just above the bid price. So I'm going to go for 182.10, and that should put me in between the two. And I need to buy that same amount of KDA, so it's 135. And I want to make sure my leverage is at that 1x. And now I can go ahead and sell short and click sell. And now you can see my order is up on the order book. So now I just need to wait for my orders to get filled. And so if we jump back over here to the futures, you can see my short order has been filled. If I scroll down, you will see I now have a position of KDA perpetual USDT. I'm in a short position, and my liquidation price would be up at $3.59, almost $3.60. So I've got a long way to go before this position would actually get liquidated. And now, as long as the funding rate stays positive, I will be earning that funding rate 3 times a day. And with that being said, it is important that you keep tabs on that funding rate, and you want to make sure that funding rate still meets the reward amount that you want to capture. Once that funding rate drops below the level you want to actually earn, then you just simply close out your positions at the same time and look for the next target. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Now I will do an update video in the future whether this strategy worked or did not work. So you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss update videos. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. I will drop a link to KuCoin in the description down below. And remember, if you use my link, you will get a discount on your trading fees. So until next time, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.